guy is some talent.
Putting on a clinic. Beautiful July night in Boston. Temperatures in the mid-70s as we await the first of a 4-game series at Fenway between the Yankees and the Red Sox. It'll be Garrett Cole for the Yanks. Josh Winkowski will get the ball for the Red Sox as we welcome you to the MLB Network Showcase presented by Chevrolet. Up in the booth with Tom Verducci, I'm Bob Costas. First item of business, Aaron Judge not in the lineup tonight for the Yankees. Had a grand slam last night in Pittsburgh, kind of a load management thing, a little bit of fatigue and soreness in the lower body, so he is not in the lineup, is available to pinch hit. Most definitely in the lineup, Giancarlo Stanton, who actually of late has been the hotter of the two.
Well, as you know, it was John Updike who famously called this place a lyric little bandbox. It could have been Giancarlo Stanton with the emphasis on the bandbox because he makes this place look tiny and he loves it. Home runs in each of his last 4 games here at Fenway Park, including the wild card game last year. A lot of history in this ballpark, especially between these two teams, and no Yankee has a higher slugging percentage in his career as a Yankee at Fenway Park than Giancarlo Stanton. When you're talking about the likes of Mantle, Ruth, and Gehrig, and Stanton is on top of that list, yeah, he makes this place look like a bandbox.
Let's flip the lineup card over and talk about the Red Sox, Rafael Devers. In some years, he'd be an MVP candidate. He continues to excel.
I think he's reached another level, Bob. The hitting tools have been off the charts, but even better this year. In every game, you look at certain matchups that you circle. You say, I can't wait to see this one. Well, it's Cole against Devers because it's pure power against power. And Devers can't wait either. He's got 4 home runs in 23 career at-bats against Garrett Cole, 3 times turning around his fastball.
And here are the overall numbers where you see he is at or near the top in many significant offensive categories. Now, when it comes to the Red Sox pitching, it's all about who's available and who's not. And lately, they've been had more guys in the second category than the first. With more on that, JP Morosi.
Thanks, Bob. As Alex Cora said to us earlier today, their starter tomorrow is TBD. In fact, TBD is the starter for a lot of games for the Red Sox in the coming days. However, some good news could be approaching as well, even with all of these injuries. And Michael Wacha could well add himself to this list because of a tired arm in the days ahead. At least there was a glimmer of good news from Chris Sale last night in his start at AAA Worcester. Not necessarily the results themselves, because Sale was visibly frustrated with having walked 5 batters among the 18 he faced, but he has pronounced himself good to go. He could start against the Rays on Tuesday. And here was the scene earlier today. Nate Eovaldi, a postseason hero for the Red Sox many times over. He's been on the IL with a back issue, but this bullpen was successful earlier today. He also expected to begin his injury rehab assignment this weekend, could return before the end of July. But tonight it's going to be the 24-year-old native of Toledo, Ohio, Josh Winkowski. Just his 6th major league start, his first ever against the New York Yankees. Bob, he grew up as a native of Toledo, Ohio, going to games at Fifth Third Field of the Toledo Mud Hens. But here he is now on the big stage facing a team with the most runs scored of any team in the major leagues. But as you pointed out, there is no Judge and no Rizzo in the lineup tonight.
All right, JP, thanks. These teams opened the season at Yankee Stadium. Yanks won 2 out of 3. They haven't met since then, meaning they'll play 16 times beginning tonight in the season's second half.
From head to